Hello, YouTube. Well, I can't believe how quickly it went by, but live reactions aside, this is my 30th Ren reaction video. Before we go any farther, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this journey with me. I've been thinking about what I want to do for the 30th reaction video for a while, and I've made a decision. Even though there are still literally hundreds of Ren songs that I haven't listened to, I decided for this one, I want to go back and revisit some of the first ones I ever checked out. Really, I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. Number one, when I began my Ren journey, I wasn't really experienced at making reaction content yet. I didn't really know what I was doing, and the quality of those videos reflects that. So first and foremost, this is me trying to improve upon my work because that's what Ren deserves. But second, I'm also just in a totally different headspace. Between Ren, his work, and the support of the Renegades, I'm in a completely different place than I was 3 months ago. So I guess you could think of this almost as like a retrospective at this point. Now that I have a better grasp of Ren's character and lore, I feel it's appropriate to go back and revisit some of his older stuff that I checked out with a little bit more perspective and understanding. So today I'm going to react to the first 3 Ren songs I ever checked out: For Joe, Hi Ren, and Suicide. If that's what you're here for, I'll leave a timestamp below and you can jump right to those reactions. But I guess in some small way, I was also inspired by the letter that Ren wrote and shared with us for his 1,000,000 subscriber special. So I've taken it upon myself to write a letter of similar fashion to Ren. And of course, before we go any farther, the quick mental health check. If you're not doing okay mentally, especially if you feel like you might hurt yourself or somebody else, stop this video and go get help. Find a trusted friend, family member, medical provider, or reach out to your region's suicide and crisis help service. The world is a better place with you in it, and I'm so happy you're here. Okay, here we go. An open letter to Ren Gill. Hi Ren, I know that you and I have never met, but I felt it was high time I put a message for you out into the universe. I'm sorry for how deeply personal this may seem despite us being strangers. My name is Matt, and I lost my daughter Allison to suicide in 2023. She was 13. On a beautiful, sunny June day, my world ended. The old version of my life, the version in which my daughter was alive and I was complete, became a relic of the past. I watched the future I had planned with her crumble to dust right in front of my mind's eye. I lost all motivation, all sense of direction, and even my will to live. I had a lot of very, very dark days. It's a terrible club to be a part of. Losing someone you love to suicide, that is. It's a grief that comes with all these extra complicated layers. The heartache that accompanies the thought of them not feeling loved enough to stay. The guilt of feeling like you didn't do enough to save them, smothering you like a plague. It wasn't physical illness or an accident that took them away. It's the definition of tragedy because it didn't have to happen the way it did. I know you understand what I'm saying all too well. I'm sorry that you too are part of this club. I felt the grief over my daughter's death consuming me in those early months. I didn't eat. Food was bland and its texture became nauseating. I became so acutely aware of just how mechanical the process of eating is. Using bones to mash organic material into a paste and force it down into my body was a burdensome chore. Sleep eluded me without medication. The trauma of finding my daughter's body clung to my mind constantly, forcing me to revisit the memory and meticulously study every detail. This obsession was so adamant that it even invaded my subconscious. Sleep no longer offered any asylum, nor did it provide any rest. About 3 months after she died, I started to overflow with manic energy, as if my grief was trying to explode out of every pore in my body. I dove headfirst into a frenzied period of creating physical art, paints, chalks, charcoal, you name it. But nothing scratched the itch. It was then that I began writing. Most of it was random thoughts, feelings, and observations about grief at first, but these soon formed themselves into somewhat cohesive essays. The more I did it, the more I was able to gather and organize what was in my head. I finally felt like I was getting it out, but I knew I needed to do more. I wanted to share it with others. It was then that I created this YouTube channel, Love Yourself 4830. The name and logo are inspired by my late daughter and her artwork. A message so poignant, profound, and encouraging. Love yourself. An objective so simple in nature, yet often difficult to actually execute. The number 4,830, a means of distinguishing my work from others, represents the number of days my daughter was alive. As time went on, I'd finally felt like I found my thing. I was exploring my grief, honoring my daughter, and perhaps most importantly, connecting with others who had also lost loved ones or struggled with mental health. Channel growth over the next 2 years was slow but steady. After crossing the 50,000 subscriber mark, I left my 9-to-5 behind and took on YouTube full-time. Everything was going well until August of last year when YouTube changed its age restriction policy. Because I talk about sensitive subjects in my work, I was essentially blacklisted. The algorithm stopped pushing my content. Channel growth completely stagnated for 6 months. I almost quit. And then I found you. On March 3rd, 2026, I uploaded a video for my reaction to your song, For Joe. In an almost serendipitous way, this was my first exposure to you and your art. I was inexperienced at creating reaction content, so the quality of my work was lacking. But I knew in that moment that I had found something special. I knew that you were special. You have to understand, in the wake of my daughter's death, I closed my heart and mind off to any new media. Movies, TV, video games, and music were things I avoided at all costs for fear of being triggered or undergoing an emotional response. And despite trying to open myself back up to some of these things throughout the history of my YouTube career, I always kept a part of myself guarded. You were the one who was finally able to break that emotional dam and let the waters within my heart flow once again. Notwithstanding my live streams, this is my 30th Ren reaction. And while I understand I've only scratched the surface of your work, I am in a completely different headspace than I was 3 months ago. And lest I forget, the Renegades. Perhaps just as powerful as your art is the vast army of beautiful souls you've united, rallying to spread love and your message. This is more than just a fan base. These are damn good humans who genuinely try to pick others up when they're down, myself included. They've given me immeasurable love, strength, and encouragement. They've been the light that's gently guided me down the Ren rabbit hole. You should be really proud of your art, brother, but just as proud of the people you've attracted with it. It's the best book club I've ever been a part of. What I'm really trying to say with this monologue is thank you. Thank you for choosing to be vulnerable about your physical and mental health issues, inspiring others to do the same. Thank you for not shying away from the difficult and uncomfortable subjects that many are too afraid to talk about, especially as the platform beneath them grows taller. Thank you for putting so much love into everything you do. Thank you, Ren, for making the world a better place. I wish you good health and continued success. Much love to you from across the pond. Respectfully, Matt. All right, and a quick note with these 3 songs, I'm not going to be pausing like I normally would. I'm going to watch the whole song uninterrupted and then give my thoughts afterwards. This is mostly for the sake of brevity, but also because I've already done reactions to these. All right, guys, thank you so much for giving me some extra minutes of your attention today. I do appreciate you very much. Let's jump right into reactions. Reaction number 1, again. Let's get back to where it all started here with For Joe. Love this intro.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know, the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside the trunk, inside the pickup truck, then dumped that whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as hell. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Justin, Sega, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. Distance is my plaster cast, to tell the truth. The day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find the anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying. And holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine, not the way that it worked. I was late like a jerk, there's not a day where I can find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you, absurd, fuck. Another domino, it falls. Across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws. Some get born in sheets of satin, some get by in tattered clothes. Some will die before they live, that's just how the story goes. But for those of us still with us, who reside inside our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong, freckled angels live on, freckled angels climb higher, freckled angels still inspire, freckled angels won't forget you, teach me to live my life better. 13 years and still I miss you, now my wings are missing feather, otherwise I'd come and join you. But for now I'm here on earth, stuck inside this mortal body, but for everything it's worth. Made me braver, made me wiser, made me stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage, and that's all because of you. Freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts, they are the largest. With their wings, they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds, they are the strongest. Oh, their friends, they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.
I think this is a good time to explain, because I've had people ask. I get the question often, Matt, how many times do you listen to these songs? And while yes, what you guys see in my reactions is my reaction to the first time listening to it, by the time the video is published, I've listened to the song 5 or 10 times. Going through it repeatedly and doing my edits and doing my mixing and stuff, like you have to just listen and watch over and over. But a lot of these songs I haven't heard at all since publishing the video. And that goes for these 3 songs. I have not gone back and listened to these 3 songs. Listening to For Joe again, understanding more about the story and who Joe is, knowing more about how his death shaped Ren's life and his work, being more emotionally connected to Ren at this point. I feel very different about this watching it 2 months later. Again, having lost my child to suicide, this one feels even more personal. And despite knowing the melody and some of the words, it still almost feels unfamiliar to me. I guess that's probably because that was an old version of me who listened to it. I understand that For Joe is kind of a mashup of other songs, but that doesn't detract from how beautiful and powerful it is. I'm really, really glad that For Joe was the first Ren song I ever heard. Okay, round 2, we're moving on to Hi Ren. This was, in many ways, Ren's viral breakout hit, and the reason a lot of us even know who Ren is today. What I remember of this one is it being very provocative. I think that's the word that I would use to describe this, as provocative. Now that I look at this space as well, this looks very familiar to me. I'm sure future Matt will confirm this because he can take a minute to research while editing, but I think this was the same room that they filmed Sick Boy in. If it's not the same room, this is very similar. Alright, here we go with Hi Ren.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become, when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
I'll be honest with you guys, I forgot how damn good that song is. That intro is just classic Ren at his finest. Everything about it is perfection. The performative energy, the mood, the lighting, the character switching, the monologuing. There's a reason this was like his mega viral hit. There's a lot more lyrical context that I picked up and understood, like the line about the seashells. But I think now more than ever, I connect with the message of this song. So much of it is about tapping into that wellspring of inner strength that we all have in us. It's a message about how it doesn't matter how dark your darkest hour is, it will pass and morning will come. My career, my mental health, and my life were all in very different places 2 months ago when I heard this for the first time. And the fact that I've had Ren and the Renegades to help pull me out of that hole that I found myself in makes this song that much more meaningful to me now. This is absolute perfection. I don't think that I have a favorite Ren song or video, but I would probably put this one in my top 5. So well done. Alright, last but not least, we have Suicide. This was the first Ren song I listened to where it was a studio production instead of a live performance. The video for this song is also very visually distinct from the rest of his work. I'm pretty sure some AI was used in the making of this video, but even though I'm very anti-AI, I don't really have a problem with it. I'm pretty sure this was made before everybody publicly understood how bad AI can be for the environment and society. And I think since this song came out, Ren has gone on record to say that he won't use AI, or at least not use it as much. I'm not really sure. But alright y'all, here we go, round 3.
Through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. A fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic ass. The truth is, to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Boy, I sure picked a hell of a trifecta to start my Ren journey with. Now that I've heard so much more of Ren's work, there's so much influence of this song that I hear in so many other things. His genre blend of folk and rock and rap. His choice of electronic and vocal elements as background noise. His creativity cannot be denied. And the straight up scenes from Sick Boy. Very, very cool seeing that the second time around now that I've seen Sick Boy. I would be really interested in seeing a version of this music video with all the original footage. I know a lot of it is intentional design to make things look cyberpunk or supernatural, but a lot of those shots, are just like Ren walking through the city. If there's a version of this song that's already cut but hasn't been digitized at all, I would love to watch that. And again, I have to just commend his bravery for talking about the stuff that's hard to talk about. I mean, in a lot of ways, he is straight up giving up mainstream popularity so that he can talk about these difficult topics. You don't get a Grammy by naming your song Suicide. I mean, cripes, I'm a tiny little YouTube channel, and all of my progress was completely pulled out from underneath me because I talk about suicide. I don't know, man, the world just doesn't want to hear it, apparently. I'm so glad that I did this today. I was kind of on the fence about revisiting these first 3 songs or not because I was worried that I wasn't going to get much out of it, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Watching these again stirred up old feelings for sure. It reminded me of what life was like 2 months ago when I found Ren. And even though I'm not experiencing the magic of listening to a Ren song for the first time in this reaction, the second time sitting down and giving it full attention is different because now you have perspective. Some of the shock and awe has been traded for admiration and appreciation. So again, Ren Gill, thank you so much for what you do. And you, person watching this, thank you so much for being here. There's a lot of other people on YouTube making reaction content that you could be watching instead of me. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes out of your day. I don't normally make it a habit of asking for your help, but this time I'll make an exception. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, why not hit that bell and help me out? I am 73% of the way to my 100,000 subscriber goal, and it costs you nothing to hook a brother up. But either way, again, thank you for being here. I'll see you guys on the next one, and in the meantime, as always, please take care, and remember to love yourself.